Hello world, my name is Atticus and welcome back to the break room. Today, maybe we'll get through the prologue. The save file says we're still in it, which doesn't bode well. Oh, is that only? Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the save file, right? This one says 2015 121 1038. For whatever reason, I thought 1038 was I'd played it for 10 hours. I could have sworn. We looked at it prior and it said 40 hours, and it does. It's in the second window. Oh no! Where is Father? There he is. We're home, Dad. I've lost the voices. I just recorded yesterday. I don't know where they went. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of the Libero News you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. Handed over the Libero News and letter. A letter, huh? Well, I'm gonna get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Oh, Lord. Let's see if I can do this. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams. I swear, the men of this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I can't argue with her there. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait. Cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more! It's a good line. Oh Lord, how... It's so good. How do eggs even explode? That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. Ha. Ha. Alright then. Let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the letter's seal. A message from the Erebonian Empire? What? Wow, this is a surprise. This new dish is what I call Estelle's Eggsplosion over rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy day, but great nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. An accomplishment indeed. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Oh, wait. Business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving when? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing, that's just too soon. It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know, but what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Scheherazade to handle the difficult ones. So, what do you say? I'd like to, but what? What else do we have going on? Sure. Of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ina know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven. Can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grancel, or the one headed for Bose? I'll be on the one headed for Grancel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I'd better set my alarm clock just in case. Does he leave in the middle of the night? He's just sitting. Look at that glass of whiskey, though. Dad? Are you still awake, Joshua? You'd better hold off on the liquor, or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is, don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Joshua, why you gotta be slamming everyone with every line you say? That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Erebonian Embassy and see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has the talent with the staff as well. Or has talent, not the talent, though maybe the talent. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And, Joshua, the same thing can be said for you, too. It's already been 5 years since you became a part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. I nodded. I don't know if you could hear it, but I did. And that's important for you to know. Thanks, Dad. Prologue. A Father's Love, a New Beginning. We've done it, probably. We've gotten through the prologue. Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Scheherazade, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I am slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silverstreak, and I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two with you fine with you? You definitely understand the way, I think. What's this all about? It looks to me like a mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Grand Soul-bound airliner Lind will be departing shortly. Lined. Sorry, that came to me in a vision. All passengers, please board the airship now. Uh-oh, I'd better take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. Don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring me back a souvenir. A little fancy something would be nice. Hey now, this trip is for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it, though. Alright, you two. Be good while I'm gone. It's probably Linda. Lind with like a very soft E at the end. But the general rule is if there's an E at the end of a word, it's silent, and it makes a vowel earlier in the word long. So lined. He's gone again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Ina and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! Let's go! I love the run in this game. It's so good. All right. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left? Yep, just barely. That's why we came here, to find out about the jobs he left for us. Sure. There are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here. The farm west of here? Isn't that where Tio lives? Tio means uncle in, Basque, I think. A fun fact for you. Thanks for getting to, 15 minutes into the video? Tio. I seem to have heard that name somewhere before. Tio Perzel. She was one of our classmates at Sunday school. Ah, Tia is aunt. She's also the Perzel farm owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually the Perzel farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters. Are they really having problems like that? Fortunately, nobody has been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request. I never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now. Here, take this with you. Received a guild referral. This document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm. We already know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary. But we'll take it, just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and bet, knowing Tio's father, is probably gonna make it necessary. Find the shiny rock, yes. Charles is gonna pay us 30 mira if we find his shiny rock. And the Milch Main Road monster. Ferocious monster known as a pine plant has been spotted roving the Milch Main Road. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. Okay, we need to get behind the Orbital factory. Are you Charles? This is really weird. Where could it have gone? Oh. Excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you? Huh? A shiny rock? Yeah, that's right, one that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you? Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it? My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the general goods store where she was. I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone. When you say general goods store, you mean Mr. Renon's store, right? Did you look in front of his store? Obviously, that's the first place I looked. You don't need to treat me like a kid, you know. Hi, aren't you a charmer? Well, I already asked the Bracer Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you do happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around. We have a shiny rock to find. This is more important than the monsters. Let's talk to Mr. Renon. It looks like the line just arrived at the landing port. I'm sure the products I ordered from Bose have come, so I've got to go pick them up. You're no help. What's Okay. Sorry. What's the deal with everything being in short supply around here? Darn it, somehow I'm gonna have to dig up a grade A product before I head to my next business deal. Leave a comment if you know what reference I was thinking of making. fate, oh god. Have you ever heard anything from your father about when he was in the military? No, he almost never talks about anything before he became a bracer. Although, he's often told me about my mom. How about you, Joshua? Have you heard anything from Dad? No, that goes for me as well. Even if I ask, he always finds some way to evade the subject. Yeah, he does that, doesn't he? I see. At any rate, Liberl is at peace. And there's nothing I want more than to have Uni live in a time of peace. Okay, but none of you are helping me to find the shiny rock. And like, there's monsters or whatever, but again, this clearly takes precedence. Maybe it's in the store. Have you guys seen a shiny rock? Is that you, Estelle and Joshua? Could you not bother me while I'm working? But I guess you're old enough that I don't have to tell you that, huh? And you're bracers too? Now that's something else. I've changed my mind about you kids. I feel like there's a lot of shiny rocks in here. It looks like an airliner, the airliner, bound for the Royal City from Bose arrived. But since we've got nothing coming in, we'll be able to focus on work here in the shop. Okay, you have nothing. Nothing about the shiny rock. Huh? What's the matter? I wonder what that is. There's something shining down there through the sewer grate. You're right. It looks like something must have fallen through. The sewers? Oh. That was more of a question than... Oh lord, what's the word? An R? No. Maybe? Apprehension, we're gonna go with. Don't tell me you forgot about the sewers already. You know, that smelly, monster-infested place we were in not that long ago? Oh, right, those sewers! We went there during our practical training, right? The entrance to the sewers should be just behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, then how about we check it out later? Sure, let's do that. Alright, where's the chapel? Probably this one, huh? Enter the sewers. Let's go. Oh, there was a monster there. We got a preemptive attack somehow. I couldn't tell you how we managed to do that, but we did it. Excellent. This music is excellent. Alright, and these are nothing now. Goodness.
We're good to go.
I mean, like, they were always tutorial monsters. With juicy bones. But, like, even more so now. Another preemptive attack. Ow. Let's see, there... We're gonna want to do this. Why do we keep getting to go before them? What's up with that? Why are we so fast? I'm not complaining, I'm just perplexed.
Alright, we're good to go.
They didn't even get to move. Found a Quartz Fragment. I see now. The thing we saw shining through the sewer grate was this. Seems like it. A Quartz Fragment, huh? Now we know why it was shining so much. The way it sparkles is so beautiful. This is made of septium too, right? Loosely speaking, yes. But let's talk about it later. This isn't really the place to have a leisurely chat. I guess you're right. No normal person would want to stay here any longer than they had to. Let's go. That wasn't a preemptive strike. A shame. Oh, that's right, I've had preemptive strikes. Goodness. Man, those preemptive strikes really mess the monsters up. We got a lot of health. Might as well. I'm just jamming. Oh, I am almost out of magic. That's not good.
Alright, we're good to go.
We've leveled up, and the numbers keep climbing higher. Maybe I should slow down and, like, look. But I just don't see myself doing that. Oh wow, we can just do that.
We're good to go.
I didn't know that was an option. Right, we got to go. Nope, not that way. That was too far. Hey, is that rock? Could it be that? This is the rock you've been looking for? Yep, this is the one. My shiny rock. Why is it all dirty like this? Hey, don't you have something else to say before you complain? You guys are bracers, right? I've already paid your money to the guild. Therefore, I think I have the right to complain. That's not the problem here. Calm down, Estelle. He's just a kid. I know that, but... This quartz is what you were looking for, right? Yeah, that's the one. This rock is really quartz? You mean the same kind of quartz that's in an orbment? Yep, it's the same kind of quartz made of sepith. It's chipped, so it doesn't function anymore. I see. So this rock belonged to an orbment. What's wrong? You seem a bit out of it. Who, me? Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad you found it. I guess that's about it then. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. Here, take these. You just gave us 5 meatballs? What? My mom gives these to me and tells me they're healthy, but they're kind of bitter, so I can't stand them. Anyway, I appreciate what you did for me today. Seriously, what a cheeky little kid. I'm sure it's a difficult age for him, but I wonder why he was searching for that quartz. What do you mean? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little strange, but oh well, everyone has something they think is important. Truer words couldn't be spoken. Perhaps that kid has an interest in orbments. I, for one, don't see what's so interesting about those overly complex gadgets. My brain goes numb just thinking about them. Except for the fact that you'll have to get used to them sooner or later. You won't be able to fulfill your job as a bracer if you can't use one. Alright, I'll try and learn. To be fair, you do not need to know the inner workings of a complex gadget to utilize said complex gadget. The Milch Main Road. There's a monster here. Somewhere. I don't think that was the monster. Oh, good. I was wondering what the exclamation mark was. I don't want to burn the critical on one that's already wounded. Alright. Perhaps if I'm feeling generous, I'll start to cut the fights.
Piece of cake.
I'm not gonna make any promises. But that seems like a reasonable thing to do. This is a much more story-focused game. And while the combat is interesting, and I do enjoy it, I can see maybe not being too terribly interested in watching it, especially if I'm a tad too focused to give solid commentary. We missed. I guess I could use my super abilities, but I don't want to use them on a fucking feline.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alright, we're gonna get power level just because I can't stop running around. And that's kind of exciting to me. Chest. Found a tear bomb. The chest is empty. Surprised? That's why we run around like maniacs. We are searching for chests off the beaten path. Is there any reason there should be a chest there? Absolutely not. But we're gonna look, and what's more, we're gonna find them. Joshua's in rough shape. Oh no.
We're good to go.
These are a bit tougher. Gonna have to actually think about things. Let's focus this one down. Nope. Alright, one down, one to go. We're gonna heal again. Maybe I should have eaten the meatball. It's not terribly much, but I am leaving a bit of health on the table using the potions. Oh no, we're just beating this poor thing between the two of us. Now it's gonna crit and murder me. We survived, fortunately.
We're good to go.
Alright. Where is the farm? A surprise attack. By the one bug. The trick, as Joshua just informed us, is to use orbments. And to make use of our crafts.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Only 7 experience for the danger bug. I really am just like charging headlong into these, and it has stopped giving me preemptive strikes for it. Sorry, game. I didn't think this was a preemptive strike. But we are not giving these flying felines a second.
That's that then. Let's move out.
See, even the 3 flying felines that did nothing were more experience than the danger bug. Aha! Another tier bomb. We do need those. The chest is empty. Haha, got you. What? But the chest was empty. Okay, here we go. South is the farm. But first, another batch of flying felines. Okay, these ones are getting hits in. Did I just miss the preemptive strike message before? So weird that I wonder what pathing algorithm they use here. Probably A-star, but is it weird that that's a thing I think about? No matter when we come here, this place is always so tranquil. It's hard to imagine monsters running amok here. I certainly don't sense anything out of the ordinary either. Anyway, let's go ask someone here to fill us in on the details. I wonder if Tio is home today. I say the use of the name Tio is really throwing me for a loop. Joshua, Estelle. Hi, Cher. How have you been? Do you know where your mom and dad are? They're not home right now. Tio's outside if you want to talk to her, though. Outside where? Oh, we got chickens. Oh. Found fresh eggs. Excellent. Very good. Oh. How do we get in? Hi, Tio. It's been a while, hasn't it? Estelle? And Joshua, too? Did you guys come for a visit? Not exactly. We're here on bracer business. We heard that you've been having some trouble with monsters. Estelle and Joshua explain that they are here to do their father's work because he is away. You finished all your training? That's wonderful news. Maybe you can help after all. So there really are monsters giving you trouble? Regrettably, that's been the case for the past several days now. Thanks to which I'm suffering from a lack of sleep. Which means the monsters only come out at night? You're very perceptive, Joshua. It'd be better if you got all the details from my father, though. I imagine he should be back from delivering the milk and vegetables anytime now. Alright, so what do we do with that information? Do we just run around the farm a bit? Do we talk to Tio again? Maybe we talk to Tio again. My father's out delivering vegetables. I'm sure he'll be getting back any minute now. Cow. What about Sharon? Oh, Joshua, Mom and Dad came home. I think they're in the house. So, from outside, in fairly clear view of the household, we hear that they're coming home. And then we're told they're already here and they're in the house. Whoops. Double whoops. Nope. There we go. Not even a third time was the charm. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Purzel. Say pretzel. Goodness. How's everyone getting on these days? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. What brings you to our neck of the woods? Did you come to see Tio? We were actually just chatting with her outside. To tell you the truth, we're here on an errand today from the Bracer Guild. Estelle hands Mr. Purzel the guild referral, and Joshua explains that they are taking over for their father while he is away. Is that so? But don't you think this job is a little dangerous for just the two of you to handle? I agree. I'd feel terrible if one of you were to get hurt. Don't sweat it. We're bracers after all. And taking care of monsters is right up our alley. The guild has even authorized us to carry out this task. If you wouldn't mind leaving it to us, we'd be more than grateful. Well, alright then. Go ahead and have at it. Thank you very much, Mr. Purzel. Then, could you tell us a little more about the monsters that have been wrecking your fields? I haven't been able to get a clear look at one yet, but they seem to resemble something like a chubby cat. Is it a bunch of flying felines? As far as I can tell, 3 or 4 appear at night and raid our fields, gnawing on anything they can get their grubby little paws on. They don't seem threatening exactly, but they're extremely nimble. We've tried many times to capture them over the course of the last several nights, but to no avail. Sounds like a pretty strange bunch of creatures, if you ask me. Since they only appear under the cover of night, we'll have to wait for it to get dark. Then, how about taking a load off until then? I assume you'll also be joining us for dinner, right? You said the magic word. You bet I will. I'm a huge fan of your cooking, Mrs. Purzel. I can't wait. You sure know how to please a woman who spends a lot of time toiling in the kitchen. And for that, I'll whip you up something special that'll live up to your expectations. My money's on a bunch of flying felines. Like what we've been fighting. Oh, that was delicious. Your mom's cooking is as good as ever, Tio. That's because she gets excited to cook whenever we have guests over for meals. I feel really bad for Joshua, though, with the little ones jumping all over him like that. It's probably a good thing. Surprisingly enough, kids tend to latch onto him a lot. If anything, I'm more blown away by the fact that the children enjoy playing with such a stick in the mud. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, don't you? He's definitely courteous and maybe even a tad reserved, but if you get to know him, he's really a caring young man. The fact that he's not self-conscious about it, too, gives him points in my book. You really think so? Think about it. With those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black hair, it's only natural that he'd be a target for all the young girls. Speechless. Is Joshua really that popular? Are you blind, Estelle? Rumor has it that more than just a few girls have asked to go out with him. I hear that he turned them all down, though. I had no idea. Joshua never said a word to me about it. I don't know how I should even begin to describe his secretive nature after hearing this, but how utterly cruel of him not to confide in me. If you were a boy, I imagine it'd be a different story, but as a girl, I don't think that's something he'd talk to you about. And the fact that you haven't fallen for him yourself is beyond me. Huh? Why would I? Estelle, you're in there, aren't you? It's about time to do our rounds. Alright, I'm coming. I'll be back after Joshua and I get the job done, Tio. I'd like to continue this conversation then, okay? Alright. Be careful out there, Estelle. That girl. She's either completely out of touch with matters of the heart or just plain dense. Poor Joshua. He really has his work cut out for him. It seems as though the monsters always show up at about this time. We'd better get outside and take a look around. Grr. What's going on, Estelle? I've got to ask, Joshua. You don't happen to have any secrets you're not telling me about, do you? Come on now. Where are you coming up with this stuff? Since you came to live with us, we've always done everything together, right? Even though we've had our fair share of fights, they're all good memories for me now, and what I mean to say is, I've come to think of you as family, in every sense of the word. Estelle, so, if there's ever anything on your mind that you'd like to talk about, I'm available to lend an ear. You know, about things like trouble with your love life and whatnot? What are you trying to say? Nothing, I just wanted to let you know that I'm here to listen if you need someone to talk to, that's all. Let's hurry up and get out there so we can kick some monster butt. What kind of nonsense is Tio putting into that girl's head? Secrets, huh? Oh, you know Joshua's got secrets. Wow, it's really dark out here in the countryside. So, Joshua, how do you think we should go about making the rounds? Let's see. How about we start by checking around the house first and then move on to the fields, stable, and greenhouses. And we should be able to cover the entire farm by doing it this way. Alright, let's go. Let's check around the house. Nothing. Fields. We've trampled all of the vegetables. But we can blame it on the monsters. It's okay. It's awfully quiet. All I hear are the bugs chirping. And it doesn't look as if they've shown up yet. I wonder if they're aware of our presence. Hey Joshua, did anyone ever tell you that story as a kid? You know, the one about babies being born in a cabbage patch? That's another question entirely out of the blue. And no, I was told by an angel with silver wings who delivers them. Interesting. So the explanation for where babies come from differs depending on the region, huh? How about we get back to work? Okay. I mean, it is an interesting observation. Let's see. I think stork was the popular explanation. Though I'm pretty sure my parents just opted to not talk about it. Granted, I don't remember my childhood, so who knows? No monsters here. Alright, let's keep moving. Greenhouses were next, I believe. Despite all my running around, I'm not sure where they are. Oh, that looks like a greenhouse. Never mind. We found it. I should have figured monsters wouldn't bother coming in here. The glow of the ornaments sure give this place a romantic ambiance. It makes me feel like it was all worthwhile just setting foot in here. You're definitely a ditz, Estelle. At least it's better than being dense like someone I know. Psst. Look. That's not a flying feline. That's a jumping feline. It's getting away. Hey, get back here, you little furball. I can still sense its presence. It's staying put on the farm for the moment. Well, good, because it's about to get caught. Ah! That's too bad. I guess it noticed us trying to sneak up on it. I swear I'm gonna catch that little bugger the next time I see it. Alright, how are we supposed to do this? Are we supposed to just, like, chase it until we corner it somewhere? So, like, if we come up from behind... Got him! I think it's time to teach this critter a lesson. Here's where our job really starts, so stay alert and don't let your guard down. Oh, look at the tall one. Oh, look at his apple. It is so good. What if sever? The giant crop muncher has less health than the regular crop munchers.
Let's do this!
That didn't do it? Crop muncher's playing dead. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that is a sturdy fella. Can we deal enough damage to it? It heals for 80, which means Joshua can eventually beat it. Estelle, however, cannot. Oh, they ain't playing no more. Let's go fast. Oh, nah. We going for the kill. Should I have dealt with the more immediate threat, perhaps? But 'twas a matter of principle. Alright, another one down. Just this last one to deal with. It can also munch on crops, but it cannot munch as well. And we have dealt with the crop munching menace. A lot of experience for it, too. And a flaky potato. My goodness. The work of a bracer is something else. You kids have done a fine job of rounding up these critters. It was nothing, really. I wanted to ask you, though, now that they've been caught, what do you plan on doing with them? Do we really have to exterminate them? Of course we do, Estelle. It's the whole reason we came up here in the first place. But the mission of a bracer is to protect civilians and uphold justice. Showing mercy to a bunch of monsters is just absurd and completely illogical. I see what you're getting at, but you know, it was only some vegetables that were damaged, so what do you think about letting it slide this time? You know, after taking a beating like that, I'm sure they've learned their lesson. Teal, Mrs. Purcell. But in this case, I strongly suggest otherwise. I myself am against killing them too. Whether it's us or them, the fact of the matter is, we're all living beings trying to survive on the same land. To some degree, I think we need to be mindful of those creatures living around us as we go about our daily lives. I know you may disagree with me, Joshua, but would you mind sparing these critters just this once? Understood. Since this is coming from the ones who suffer the actual loss, I won't object to your request. I'm really sorry about this, Joshua. I know I had you two come all the way up here. I'll make sure to reinforce the fence and devise a way to prevent this from happening again. Then that's that. Alright, you critters, you better count your blessings. If we catch you around here again, you won't be so lucky. Now scram! Well, I'll consider this matter closed. Tonight's been a long night, so how about we head back to the house and hit the sack? The two of you are more than welcome to spend the night. Sounds good to me. I appreciate your hospitality. Man, I'm beat. It's really late, so how about we hit the sack? Joshua? What's wrong? I'm sorry. I made the situation really awkward for everyone. Huh? Are you talking about what happened back outside? Don't sweat it. I guarantee you nobody thought anything of it. Really, your judgment was the most sound of anyone's. No, it wasn't. I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent is all. Even now, I still think we shouldn't have shown any mercy and simply put those creatures out of their misery. Unlike you and Tio, I don't feel any compassion. It's at times like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there's something wrong with me as a person. Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something. Joshua! Don't you dare say things like that about yourself. Estelle? I've watched almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident in saying that I know your strengths and weaknesses better than anyone else. Probably even more than you, yourself. I won't allow you to just disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't ever want to hear you say you're broken again. I'm sorry, it was foolish of me to say that. As long as you understand what I said, that's what really matters. But you know what? Believe it or not, I was happy to hear you admit how you felt. Why? Your real problem, Joshua, is that you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, you just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. It's a little upsetting for someone who's supposed to be your family. Estelle, Joshua, you were able to lay bare your own weaknesses today. You learned to trust in someone other than yourself. And for that, I'm happy. I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed that you can just stand there and say something as embarrassing as that. I've got a whole lot more where that came from. But how about we call it a night? After all this endless running around, I'm ready to drop. Alright then. Have a good night, Estelle. And thanks. You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight. Thank you both. You did us all a great service. Once again, I apologize for things not turning out the way they should have. Please, don't worry about it anymore. We were able to learn a lot from this experience ourselves. If there's anything else we can help you with in the future, please let the Bracer Guild know. That'll definitely be the first place we contact. Come and visit again sometime when you're free, okay? We'd love to have you over for the night again when things are convenient for you. I'll treat you to some of my best cooking next time you come. Thanks for the invitation, Tio and Mrs. Purzel. We'll definitely be back to take you up on that when our workload settles down. Alright, how about we head back to the guild? After we report this one, we can start on the next. Sounds like a plan. On to the next one. Well, whoops. I've been recording for an hour. I meant to try and make these shorter. The first Sunless Skies video is the best one, performance-wise, that I've released, I think, so far. Which is wild to me. But it is the shortest video I've put out on this channel. And it also has the benefit of being the first in a series. So I do think that helps. So what I'm saying is if I want people to watch my stuff, I need to make not hour-long content. We'll see if that happens. Again, I just accidentally recorded for an hour. There's a monster there. I see you. But we are going to call it here for this episode. Next time, we'll probably fight the monster that's supposed to be on this road somewhere. And then we'll go back to the guild. And then we'll start a brand new quest. But until then, I have been Atticus. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.